Our Continents by Karen Jones. Your learning target is, we can explain what a continent is. We can identify a continent on a map or globe. What is a continent? Our planet is covered in land and water. The biggest areas of water on Earth are called oceans. The largest land masses are called continents. Scientists do not think that Earth has always looked the same. Scientists think that millions of years ago, our Earth was home to one large landmass known as Pangaea. Over millions of years, the land Pangaea broke up, leaving us with the 7 continents that we have today. The continents are very different from one another. They have different climates, landforms, people, and animals. The 7 continents are North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. Which continent do you live on? The equator is an imaginary line that runs around the Earth. It divides Earth into the northern and southern hemispheres. Climate on a continent and warmth of the oceans surrounding it are affected by how close an area is to the equator. Temperatures are hottest at the equator and get cooler the farther away you get. You can usually find the equator on a globe. This is Africa. Africa is covered in deserts, grasslands, and rainforests. It's home to the largest desert in the world, the Sahara Desert. It's also home to one of the largest rivers in the world, the Nile River. Africa is the hottest continent on Earth. Have you ever heard of the pyramids? The ancient Egyptian pyramids are some of the most famous man-made structures in the world. They were built in Africa thousands of years ago. Africa is where scientists believe the earliest forms of humans came from millions of years ago. Today, there are more than 3,000 different indigenous tribes that live in Africa, and millions of people that live in big, bustling cities. Animals like giraffes, elephants, zebras, lions, cheetahs, and hippos all live in the wild in Africa, as well as many endangered species. This is Europe. Europe is covered in plains and mountains. Its climate ranges from cold and snowy to warm and sunny. Europe is home to many volcanoes, some of which still erupt today. Many European mountains remain snow-covered all year long. Europe is home to many famous man-made structures, including the Eiffel Tower, Acropolis, and Stonehenge. Europe is the birthplace of many great civilizations. Today, more than 250 different languages are spoken in Europe. Most of the plant life in Europe is contained in forests and mountainous areas. Animals that are native to Europe and live in the wild include wolves, lemmings, reindeer, and Arctic foxes. This is North America. North America is special because it has many different landforms and climates. There are high mountain ranges, waterfalls, dry deserts, frozen tundras, forests, plains, and tropical rainforests. Niagara Falls and the Grand Canyon are 2 landforms that people come from all around to see. There are many famous man-made structures too. The Statue of Liberty, the Golden Gate Bridge, and the Mayan ruins are all located in North America. North America was home to many ancient civilizations like the Aztecs and the Mayans. Native people lived in North America for thousands of years before people from other continents explored and moved there. North America is a true melting pot of people with many different cultures and nationalities. Some animals that live in the wild North American lands include bald eagles, ocelots, moose, beavers, and mountain lions. This is South America. South America is covered in hot, humid rainforests like the Amazon, high mountain ranges like the Andes Mountains, grassy plains, and busy cities. South America is home to one of the longest rivers in the world, the Amazon River. Have you ever heard of Machu Picchu? It's an ancient city built in the mountains hundreds of years ago and is a popular man-made landmark in South America. South America is home to a wide variety of people and animals. People speak mainly Spanish and Portuguese in South America. There are millions of indigenous people that currently live in South America as well. South America is home to animals like jaguars, anacondas, llamas, and many species of monkeys. Many endangered animals like the giant Galapagos tortoise, the sloth, jaguar, and Amazonian manatee also live in South America. This is Asia. Asia is the biggest continent and has many different climates and landforms. Parts of Asia are cold, frozen tundras, but there are also rainforests, grassy plains, and hot deserts. Asia is also home to the highest mountain on Earth, Mount Everest. The Great Wall of China is a famous man-made structure that stretches thousands of miles across mountain ranges. Over 4 billion people live in Asia, making it the most populated continent on Earth. Asia's enormous size allows for many different types of people, animals, and plants. Some of the animals that live in Asia include the giant panda, tiger, camel, Komodo dragon, and king cobra. This is Australia. Australia is an island continent. It is mainly covered in deserts called the outback, grassy plains, and mountains, but there are also big cities on the coastlines. The Sydney Harbour Bridge is a famous structure that people come from all around to see. Aborigines are Australia's first or indigenous people who are believed to have settled in Australia 60,000 years ago. They live in the outback, but some live in cities as well. Australia is home to many different animal species, including the kangaroo, koala, wombat, and the platypus. Antarctica's land is completely covered in thick ice. It is very cold and dry all year long in Antarctica, even in the summer. In fact, there aren't any people who actually live in Antarctica year-round. Scientists have built research stations where they stay and gather information when they visit to study the weather and animals, though. Only certain animals that have adapted to the harsh, frigid temperatures can live on Antarctica. Penguins, seals, whales, and some birds are the main creatures that live around the Antarctica. The biggest land masses found on our Earth are called continents. Each continent is unique. They have different climates, landforms, people, and animals. Which continent would you like to visit?